Do you ever have the feeling that things are a bit off in a way that you can't quite make sense of? Are we all receiving some sort of signal from aliens that they're about to visit us soon? Will the Batman Part 2 get delayed in production for an eighth time? No, I think the real reason why we feel this way is a bit more complicated. And I'd like to articulate it here on this whiteboard. So, the first reason why I think something feels a bit off, or we're all a little concerned here globally, is oil. Now, it's no secret here, but we're in a bit of a bind here with oil. The Strait of Hormuz is currently blocked off, which is responsible for 20% of the world's distribution of oil. Now, what does that mean? That means that the longer this whole thing goes on, the more ramifications there's going to be for our global economy. And while the price of commodities are already very high and it's hard to afford just about anything, toothpaste costs about $20 now, things are going to go up even more. Maybe not now, but in the coming months. For example, gas is already up 30% where I live in the past month. Number 2, war. Yeah, this one, not good. I was never asked if I wanted to be part of a war. Were you asked? Did they give us a choice? Don't you think we should have had a choice on whether or not the United States went to war with Iran? I think that would have been nice. And this has, of course, economic ramifications, but I don't have to go into how damaging it is for the people involved in the war. It's just a terrible thing. Nobody wants it. And ultimately, it's alienating the entire world from one another right now, which is very demoralizing. Number 3, no jobs. There's not a lot of jobs going around, and that's really scary. At least in the United States, the hiring rate is 3.1%, and that's the lowest it's been since 2011, excluding the pandemic. I keep reading about these companies posting fake job ads, so even the jobs that are listed aren't even really real jobs. I really sympathize with anybody just entering the job market now, because it's extremely difficult. Number 4, the cost of housing and rent. Home ownership, which used to be a staple of modern life, is increasingly becoming unattainable. Now, I know this is a global phenomenon where people around the world can't really afford a house, or even rent for that matter. Even if you couldn't afford a house in the old days, at least you could rent a modest apartment and get by. But that's not even possible right now. In the United States, the cost of housing has gone up 60 to 80%, depending on where you live. And wages certainly haven't kept up with that rate. And it doesn't show any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Owning a house, which used to provide a sense of financial stability and security, is gone for the majority of people. The last reason why I think everybody's a bit anxious and concerned about the future is because of this last category or factor I'd like to just label tech reliance. Not only is our addiction to technology costing a lot of people their jobs and replacing jobs, but it's also taking over our lives and claiming our attention. It's extremely addictive, and it's consistently coercing us into not living in reality. Everyone is just stuck on their phones. I'm just as guilty of it as anyone else. And with our increasing dependence on artificial intelligence to give us information, we're not using our brains in the same way we used to. Studies have shown that the frequent use of AI tools such as ChatGPT are affecting our working memory. But not only that, it goes without saying that this addiction to technology is making us anxious and depressed, especially with social media, with all of us constantly comparing ourselves to others. It makes us feel terrible about ourselves. Technology is going as far as making us so addicted that many people are foregoing sleep just to mindlessly scroll on their phones. It's really terrifying. So all of this here, as you can see, oil, war, no jobs, cost of rent and housing, and tech reliance, as that evolves and becomes increasingly dystopian, is all coming together to make things feel a bit weird right now in the year, what are we in, 2026? In 2026. But I am optimistic. I am. I do believe in the remarkable resilience and tenacity of human beings to overcome just about anything. And I think that things will get better in the future. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen. If you're at all concerned, let me know. Maybe you're not concerned at all. Maybe you think things are great. I hope things are great. I'd like them to be. But yeah, just let me know. Talk to you later. Thank you.